Don't mess with the people who serve you, Karen. Background. I've worked in the casino business for 16 years. Started off working in the kitchens and worked my way up being a casino host in about 10 years. So I know all the ins and outs of the business in order to make our most elite players as comfortable and as fun as possible. No, I've never got to serve any celebrity. There's another host above me who's there just for that privilege. I worked there for a couple more years, even after finishing college and getting the degrees I wanted. All help paid for by the casino for my loyal service. Thanks again. The scene. I'm out alone celebrating a promotion lined up for me at my new job that I've been working for the last 2 years. I was on good terms with everyone when I left, and I said hello and caught up with a few of them, even getting free drinks from the service girls as congratulations. Since I know how hard they all work, I tip everyone I meet very generously. Unfortunately, this means that my old patrons, players, guests, you name it, also remember me, and one in particular, the Karen, treats everyone like crap. I've known and hosted her for years, so I know everything she likes and hates. She's been banned on multiple occasions for harassing other players. Once she threw one of those huge margaritas that you're supposed to share with 4 people off of a balcony and gave another player who had hit a concussion. Of course, this lady spends so much money at the casino that the worst that happened was that she got banned for a year and settled out of court with the other lady she hit with the margarita. It sucks that she's one of the wealthier patrons of the casino, spending millions every year at our establishment, yet always says she'll never come back, because she never wins and the service is absolute garbage. Mainly in regards to me, despite doing everything she has ever asked of me, exactly as she asked. She sees me having a drink at one of the bars and decides to try and ruin my good time.
Hey, Red Rain, why haven't I seen you in a while?
Oh hey, feigning like I'm glad to see her, I'm really not. I'm just out having a few drinks. Figured I'd check out my old stomping grounds. How are... She rolls her eyes at me like I'm boring her to death. Nothing I haven't seen before. And interrupts me. Her face and attitude changed like she's some sort of high-class something or other talking down to a peasant. Something I see a lot of rich people do.
Great. So since you aren't doing anything, go cash out my chips for me. These bastards behind the counter won't pay me out since I'm over the cash limit. And I left my license upstairs back in the crappy room they gave me.
I've never understood why people don't carry ID on them in a casino. This is a problem that happens way too often. So people, carry your IDs at all times. Also, there's a certain threshold of money that a cashiers are not allowed to cash out without proper ID. It's really not that big a deal. It's mainly for an in-house auditing. And in no way has it to do with taxes. Those are mainly jackpots and promotional winners. We try to make things easier, but some people live to make others' lives difficult. Like Karen. I would, but I really don't want.
Just shut up and do what I tell you. You're too much of a moron to follow simple instructions. And get it done, or I'll find out where you do work, and not only will I get you fired, but you'll be living in the gutter for the rest of your life.
It takes everything I have not to snap. So I bite my tongue as I start to come up with how I'm going to get back at this woman. Okay, Karen, give me everything you have, and I'll take care of it, I said as calmly as I can.
I still have to buy you the balls. Oh, and don't tip yourself. I know you make more than minimum wage here, so it's not like you need it or anything.
I'm not comfortable with tipping myself with clients I'm on the best terms with, but I'm ready to snap with this woman. She dumps thousands, roughly $10,000 of dollars, worth of chips on the bar counter, not even caring that a few 100 ones end up rolling on the ground and into the barkeeper's area, who kindly helps me gather them up. She leaves and I'm shaking in fury, until I calm myself enough to go through with my plan, and start gathering all the chips into a couple racks that were conveniently nearby. The barkeep, Chris, fake name, of course, asked me if I'm okay, having seen the whole exchange. I hand him 3 of the $100 chips with a malicious smile on my face. It's gonna be a good night for the staff, I said. Hey, do it, man! Chris cheered me on, and I went off handing chips to any of the casino employees I ran across. I had to go to the cashiers to break up a couple $1,000 chips and gave them $100 each. In less than an hour, I had given away nearly $10,000 and I just left. I got a call from one of my old work buddies about the shitstorm Karen threw when she found out I had given all her money away. She punched the executive host in the face and is now permabanned from the casino and blacklisted from several others, with an assault charge on top. When she gave me her chips, it looked exactly like that on camera. She had given me chips and she forgot to tell me where and when to meet her in order to get them back. And since I was another casino patron, that amounted to abandoned cash. Basically, if you're careless enough to leave behind, or in Karen's case, give away money, then that money doesn't belong to anyone, and it's finders keeper at that point. Even if I stayed and got caught or questioned, the worst they could ever do to me was ask for the money back. And if I refuse, then it would be a 3-day ban and an immediate escort out of the casino. I know $10,000 is a drop in a bucket to Karen, but the blow to her ego is worth so much more. So there's plenty of reasons why I don't want to work at a casino. One of the main reasons being that there's plenty of machines that are shiny and bright and jingly that set off endorphins in your head that say, hey, I should gamble all of my life savings away. Karen, honey, sweetie, let's talk. If you keep dumping money into a casino that you absolutely hate, and you hate everybody in it, and you don't win, the problem is you, not the people around you. Stop taking your issues out on other people. All that money could have gone towards something else that would have been actually profitable as an investment. Believe it or not, you could invest in things that seem like a gamble and still pay out. Like, I don't know, start a business, invest in a franchise, something. If you got this much money laying around, put it somewhere smart. Make your money work for you. Lady thinks I work at Disney because I was trading pins with my daughter. So my family is very fortunate to live very close to Disney World. Every year when they have their Florida residents 4-day passes, we go. This year, my daughter and I decided to try pin trading. Our first day, we stopped outside the entrance to Disney to use the bathroom. I waited outside with my 2 daughters, 3 years and 6 months, and decided to practice how to trade pins with my 3-year-old while we were waiting for my husband to come out. Let me also say, I looked nothing like how a cast members at Disney looked. I had Winnie the Pooh tank top on, black shorts, a Disney lanyard with pins, and on my back I had an Ida bag full of pins I didn't plan on trading. I also had 2 strollers in front of me. No one should have mistook me for a cast member. After doing some mock trading with my daughter, a little boy probably around 8 asked to look at my pins. I showed him the ones on my lanyard since I keep all my pins I want to trade on there. He didn't seem interested in the pins on my lanyard, but soon noticed my Ida bag.
Can I see those pins?
Sure, but I don't want to trade these. I show him the pins on my bag to say how I don't trade those. He soon spots a Nightmare Before Christmas pin that's actually my husband's. My attempt of trying to get him into pin trading too.
I want this one.
I'm sorry, but that one isn't mine to trade. You can pick any of these. I motioned to my lanyard while now trying to keep my 3-year-old from running off into the park. I soon noticed the kid's mom coming towards me. I was a little relieved, hoping she would pull him away from me.
Oh, are you trading? How fun! Mom, I want that one, and she won't trade with me.
Well, she has to. It's Disney's rules. At this point, my anxiety had taken over. At Disney, the cast members have to trade their pins with anyone who asks to trade. Other guests do not. I sighed, trying to calm myself down. The cast members have to trade, but I do not. He can trade one of the ones on my lanyard, but my bag holds the pins I don't want to trade.
You're not an exception to the rule. Trade with my son, or I'm going to report you to your manager.
Do you seriously think I'm a cast member?
You were just trading with this little girl, so it's obvious you are.
I was just practicing trading with my daughter.
Wait right there. I'm going to get your manager, and we'll settle this out.
I didn't say anything. I was so dumbfounded. I'm here struggling with a 3-year-old and a baby, and she thinks I'm working? All I could think is maybe she didn't actually think that. Maybe she was just trying to manipulate me to trade with her son. I don't know. My husband came out of the bathroom before she could come back. I wasn't going to sit there waiting for her. Lucky Disney is big enough that I didn't see her for the rest of the day. I'm still so confused, but at least it didn't get violent, and I was able to enjoy the rest of the day without anyone else thinking I was working there. I've been to Disney. Both World and Land. I love it. It's awesome. We're actually going there later this year, but I can definitely say, beyond a shadow of a doubt, there is no way possible that you can confuse a cast member with a guest. None. Zero. That shows how blind people are. It is impossible Disney designs their costumes and everything to make it so they stand out the most. So you can find them in a crowd of people. Let's say if you're a child and you're lost, it's easier to find a cast member than a random dude walking around in a t-shirt and shorts like you'd find at any other cyber theme park. But this person was so blind to the idea of this woman not being a cast member, and she immediately went for the Karen Hail Mary and went for the manager. Which I'm really glad she did, because it definitely gave this woman enough of a break to get away. It's one thing if someone dresses up and it looks like a person that works there, like if you accidentally wear a red shirt in Target. But Disney cast members are meant to wear like clothing from the area or era that they're currently sitting in. I can tell you in the French quarters, you're not going to see some dude sitting around in a t-shirt and shorts who works there. They're usually dressed up very nicely, and usually dressed up to something to the tune of like a Louisiana style, like old school outfit. And they're just, I can't believe someone would make that mistake. But it's still believable. It's absolutely believable. I'm at a loss to pick which one's my favorite one. See, I like the second one because it touches home, because I love Disney. But I like the first one, I think, maybe a little more. Maybe I'm not as divided as I think I am. But I did enjoy the first one, mainly due to the reason she lost $10,000 for being one of those uptight, snotty, snoopy sons of a... But I want to know which one is your favorite story, so please tell me in the comment section below. I always look forward to reading your comments. Speaking of comments, I recently got a comment from an individual that was flagged by YouTube almost immediately. I'm going to show it right here, and I'm not going to read it, but I'm going to let you guys take a look at it. I blurred out the name so we can't hunt anybody down, but it's interesting. This woman's name is Sharon. Sounds really close to Karen. I think they're starting to infiltrate my website. I don't know. Call it a hunch. But I thank you guys very much for watching, and I thank you very much for following along. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and see that little bell right next to the subscribe button. In order for you to know that I'm actually uploading at any point in time, you should probably hit that and ring it, and make sure you turn on that notification. So thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you very much for following along. And as usual, as always, my friends, stay frosty and keep moving forward.